Ladies and gentlemen, if I were to tell you that this motorcycle just appeared by itself, it had no creator, all the intricacies of the motor were not created, it just evolved, it just was poof, it was there one day. Would you think I was a sane individual or a nut? Look at it. Look how highly detailed it is. What if I told you this motorcycle had no creator? It just appeared. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what atheists around the world want you to believe. Take a look around now this world. Look at the world. Do some research on the sun, the earth. Let me put the camera in my visor. The atheist would want us to believe that all this here had no creator. Kind of foolish, don't you agree? Do you know that Jesus Christ would also think that that type of thinking was foolish? Jesus Christ is a creationist. I want to read something to you what Jesus said in Mark 10:6. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. This means that at the beginning of creation, God created a human male and a human female. With this one sentence, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus rules out all older theories and evolution. Now, I do have a confession to make. I used to be an atheist. And in my opinion, atheism is not a lack of belief in God. I do believe every atheist on the planet believes in God because it's built into them. It's manifest in them. Atheism is a rebellion to God. Take a look at Christopher Hitchens, atheist, who has such hate in his heart he calls Mother Teresa a whore. I kid you not. Take a look at Richard Dawkins, who has such hate in his heart for God that he calls God a homophobic ethnic cleanser and bloodthirsty. Take a look at Matt from the Atheist Experience Show, who calls God a mafia boss and other things too filthy that I can't say on this video. No, ladies and gentlemen, atheism is rebellion to God. Romans 1:19 through 1:21 tells us that everyone has this belief of God inside them, since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. It is plain to me. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made. And listen to this, so that men are without excuse. So why do people reject God? Why do people like Matt from the Atheist Experience Show, Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens, why do all these very hateful type of people that hate God, why do they reject God? Well, for although they knew God, which is true, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened. I couldn't say it better. That's exactly, let's zip this up here. That's exactly the problem. You know, if you look below this video, and let's start this created motorcycle, if you look below this video right here, you will see, and I'm going to take you on the freeway with me. Here we go. You will see a link to a radio show we did. Now, it is not my intention to personally ridicule or pick on any evolutionist atheist on YouTube. However, I will be bringing up names because to point out my the fact, I should say, that atheism is just rebellion to God. We had right below this video, and please don't forget to click right below this video, we had Ray Comfort on my radio show, and I talked to Ray Comfort about the debate he did with Thunderfoot, where Thunderfoot lost the debate miserably. Now, what happened is Thunderfoot was so caught off guard with the brilliant questions that Ray Comfort was asking him that Thunderfoot began to trip on his words and stutter and stumble and mumble and fumble uncontrollably. Well, what happens is when you see these atheist type videos, these evolution videos, there's no science to it whatsoever. I'll give you a couple examples. Same thing with Don Exodus 2. If you look at his videos, look at that smart car. If you look at his videos, I'm thinking of getting one of those. They're pseudoscience. They're totally inaccurate and incorrect. Let's close the visor because we're getting ready to go. Let me give you an example. One of Thunderfoot's videos, he, again, because he hates God, he's trying to show that piranha can be moral characters, can be moral animals, you know, fish, without a God. So what he does, which is really, it's really wacko, is he gets these piranha and he shows a video of the piranha eating in an aquarium, yet they're not eating each other. And then he says, notice how they don't feast on each other. Yet, you can go anywhere on YouTube and you can find video of piranha viciously eating each other, viciously attacking and eating each other. So, this is the pseudoscience that atheist evolutionists use. It's easy to make a video in a controlled environment and only dishonestly show one occurrence of the video happening. The fact is, piranha eat each other. They're vicious. But what he was trying to do, and it backfired on, was to show how, you know, then man can be good without God. No. The Bible says none are good. Okay, let's mosey on to the Ray Comfort Thunderfoot debate, which, if you click below this video, you can hear a radio show we did with Ray Comfort where I asked him about that. Now, let me tell you something which I think was very low class that Thunderfoot did. And I'm going to show you guys the difference between atheism and Christianity. And this is a big reason why I left atheism. I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm being honest. I was an atheist, so, you know, just for the record. However, we know that Thunderfoot was false DMCA'd, or DMCA'd. So he had the person that false DMCA'd him make a video, and then Thunderfoot dragged this guy's name through the mud. This happened a long time ago, and they're still doing it. And this is what atheism does. It has no forgiveness. Well, I was recently not only false DMCA'd 16 times, but the guy that came out that admitted he false DMCA'd me was a friend of Don Exodus 2 and Thunderfoot. I've seen screen captures of them emailing each other. Well, I've seen it where the email's in their email box. Even on one of Don Exodus 2's videos, it shows the guy, I won't run his name through the mud again, but it shows him emailing him. Well, get this. What I did, I took the high road and I said, hey, you know what? If you're ever in California, listen, all's forgiven. I'll buy you pizza and drinks are on me, pizza and soda, right? But that's not what the atheist Thunderfoot did. What he did is he got this video and he's dragging the guy through the mud. But what I did is I told the guy, hey, all's forgiven. If you're in California, I'll buy you pizza and soda. This is the difference a big difference between atheism and Christianity.